in most stories or retellings, Santa Claus usually flies around on a reindeer-driven sleigh or something like that. That's basically equivalent of a horse-drawn carriage or wagon. Um, so, and like we don't use those anymore. Uh, so today I'm making a supersonic high altitude bomber, which is supposed to drop gifts. You know, um, I based it off of this image here, and I don't really know how well it turned out. I think this was a shorter build, one of the shorter builds that I've done, and it maybe doesn't look exactly the greatest, and it doesn't really perform the greatest either. It has these two big afterburning engines that they don't exactly work at high altitudes, and I'm not really sure why that is. So if anybody knows how engines work and how I could better optimize these engines, please do let me know. That would definitely be helpful. Um, but I I tried to base it also a little bit off of the XB-70, the that supersonic bomber that the U.S. made, like a prototype, something or other. Um, Specifically with the intakes, and because they're like the intakes that are under the plane, and that they're like diagonal, and they're close together. Like another example would be like the Eurofighter, the that style of intake. Um, yeah, it's a pretty big plane with pretty large wings. Um, they and the tail's a bit strange looking. I just don't really have that much to say about this thing because it just there's not really much to it. It's just that it's a plane that's made to go fast at high altitudes, and I probably could have done a better job optimizing it for that. Because right now it just looks like a big flat pancake looking thing, and I guess that's not really the best. Um, like I said before, it had a little bit of trouble at higher altitudes. Like at lower altitudes, it's able to go like Mach 2 or above. Like even though the fuel burn is like excessively like a lot, like 18 kilos a second. That's a lot of fuel. But at higher altitudes, it's barely going Mach 1, and the fuel burns like 5 kilos a second. Um, and I mean, it works. It's still technically supersonic, but it's not the greatest, so I'm not really sure what's going on there. So yeah, I'm just gonna have to like learn how the engines work and to learn how to better optimize them, as I have said. But yeah, I don't I don't really know. Let's see here. How you would better optimize gift delivery. You see, with these small like 500 kilo warhead, you would have to individually deliver to each household. And like with a 500 kilo, yeah, you can bring joy to an entire household, right? But with a nuclear weapon, you could cross an entire city off the list. You could just like be done with an entire city, right? So that's why we are using these nuclear weapons to optimize for faster payload, faster delivery times, so that you can optimize the times. So for whatever. Um, Here I am making the gift bombs, as they are called. I don't know. Man, this is clearly not my best design. Uh, it can carry up to 8 of these, so that's 8. That's 8 cities that you can cross off the list. Maybe like you give your elves, you make your elves pilot the plane, and then you have multiple of these planes, so you can like 8 major cities in one flight. So you could come down from the North Pole, you can hit San Francisco, fly over the US, hit New York, and then go over the Atlantic to hit London, then come down to Paris, then go to Berlin, and then Moscow, Beijing, and then Tokyo. You can just like, that's like 8 major cities you just entirely crossed off the list that you can do with only one flight. Yeah, but yeah. So this is the flight to the this is just a time-lapse flight. That's the thing with bombers, is that I can't really do much like gameplay. All I can do is just have like I can just like make time-lapse them flying. Like, I don't know. I just don't have any idea on what to do for the gameplay segment here. It's just flying. So if you have any ideas, let me know. And yeah, I guess enjoy the flight. I will be back later, I guess. Alright, so I think now it's the goodest place good a place as any to uh, drop the bombs. Um, it looks pretty nice. I mean, like we have this nice body of water. I'm not sure if it's a lake or an ocean. Uh, I like this place. Maybe I'll like set a runway here sometime. Anyway.